Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy and we're here at our very first Westgate Timeshare stay here in Kissimmee, Florida at Westgate Vacation Villas. And that means it's time to take you on a resort tour of this humongous property. Let's check it out right after this. Okay, so here we are, kind of not really, sort of outside the main entrance of Westgate Vacation Villas. We have the sign here, and we have a couple roads here. I believe right across the street here, across the corner, is Westgate Towers. What we're going to do, we're actually going to walk down here, and not really sidewalks right here. Really a huge resort, and it's spread out, and there's a couple sections that aren't really kind of directly connected to the rest of the property. But over here we have a small section of buildings that we're going to check out first before we head over kind of to the main area of the resort. It's also co-located with Westgate Town Center. That is a separate video and I will link to it at the end of this one. So if you want to check that out. Walking up here, kind of have something that I thought was a little bit interesting. They have a helicopter pad here. Not really sure what the purpose of it is. Maybe when Mr. David Siegel flies in, he flies his helicopter into here. Kind of reminds me for next time, that's what I'll do. Instead of driving, well, I'll just bring my helicopter. Maybe they'll let me land here and then, you know, I can fly back out when I'm ready to go. But anyway, we're going to head over here and just check out this small section of buildings. There's a couple pools here we want to take a look at. Like I mentioned, there's no real sidewalks here. You have to cross the street here. Now when you get up to kind of the other main road that goes into Westgate Town Center and the rest of Westgate Vacation Villas, well, they do have sidewalks up there. We have a gate here that is for exiting. So when you get ready to leave here, well, hopefully this gate opens up. I noticed that most of the buildings at Westgate Vacation Villas are mainly two-story, but these ones here are three. They look like maybe the roofs could be redone. They're kind of fading a little bit, and something else I want to mention about these buildings only being 2 and 3 stories. Well, none of them have elevators. So keep that in mind if you're booking to stay here at Westgate Vacation Villas. If you need an elevator, you're not going to be able to stay here, at least in order to get to the 2nd or 3rd floors. You can, of course, request a ground floor, but if you want buildings that have elevators, you want to be on a higher floor, well, then you'll want to stay at Westgate Town Center. So be sure to keep that in mind. Let's go in here and take a look at the first pool here. Yeah, it's just a small pool area here, kind of surrounded by the buildings on both sides. They do have a small hot tub or spa here, colorful pool loungers. Notice this kind of color pattern at all of the different pools. Then here, just a small pool. Goes from 3 feet up to 5 feet. So a little bit of a deep end with this pool. And then just going back this way a little bit more, you know, there's not much to it here. You have another, well, this is actually maybe not a hot tub. Maybe this is a little kind of kiddie pool. It looks just like a shallow little pool. It doesn't say what depth it is at all. And then over here, well, you just have a set of restrooms and also some kids life jackets here. So if you have little ones, well, you can make sure they're protected with life jackets. Something else I should show you over here, I just noticed they do have a gas grill. I'll show you a couple more of these. I found what looked to be a set, looked like it was in really bad shape. They were stainless steel, but I couldn't get them to turn on, so not sure if you'll have luck getting them to work or not. But yeah, gas grill there. So let's continue down this way, back past the pool area again, and we'll head out down there and make our way a little bit further down this block of buildings. Kind of continuing my way around here, just showing you the empty parking lot that is here for these buildings. This one here being 3 stories, then these ones over here being 2, and I believe they're 2 stories the rest of the way down. But yeah, it is the middle of the day, so you kind of expect that there won't be a lot of cars here because people are at the parks, out enjoying all the attractions here in Central Florida, but there's really only a handful of cars here really in this section. Not sure what it is. Maybe these were sold as fixed week, fixed unit, and the only people that are actually here in this section are maybe people that are on their actual ownership, and they don't want to put all the other owners or people booking in through Interval International, whatever it might be, in this section just because it's detached from the rest of the resort. Might be it, might be not. If you happen to own here and know why this might be, well, leave a comment down below. I'd appreciate you letting me know. We do have the gate to come into this section here, so if you're staying in the other side of the resort, you want to come over here and have a little bit of quiet time in the pools, well, you just swipe your room key there, the gate will open up and let you in. So continuing along here, not much further, and well, there is another pool in here. I don't know that I'll actually go in and take a look at it, but just another pool here. Small pool, pretty much the same as the last one we just took a look at. There's a hot tub and maybe a couple hot tubs or a hot tub and a kid's pool up there. So these are the pools to come to if you want quiet and not a lot of people. It's very, very quiet over here with really nobody in the pools. This one had a couple of people, but that other one was empty. And going down here just a little bit more, we're going to take a look at what I think is one last pool in this section. So just kind of explaining the building numbers or building letters here. This one is like GGG. It essentially has 3 characters. They start out at like A, B, C, D. Once you run through the entire alphabet, well, then you go to A, A, B, B, C, C, D, D. And then once you're through that, well, they start with 3 characters, A, B, 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 C, C, C. It stops partway through the 3 character building numbers. But here we are coming up on another pool area. We'll go in here and take a quick look at this before we head over to the main part of the resort. Again, those colorful pool loungers. This one looks a lot like that other pool area. Just a small pool, goes from 3 feet again to 5 feet. And then up here, well, we'll take a look at this because we didn't really get a good look at the last one. Hot tub here and a small kind of kids pool, wading pool. Again, the same thing. You have bathrooms, you have life jackets, and there is also another gas grill up there. So yeah, that is kind of just this, I won't call it small section because it's got 3 pools. Looks like it has a lot of units. So just this section of the resort, we're gonna go and take a look at the rest of it. All right, so from over there is where we just came, and I actually drove my way over this way. Here's the main security gate. When you first arrive, stay to the left, let them know you're checking in, they'll direct you to where to go. And if you're a returning guest, well, then you can stay to the right, scan your room key card, and the arm will lift and you can go in. We're gonna make our way back this way into the resort. We'll check out kind of a few of the restaurants and marketplace area that they have, and then we'll kind of continue through the rest of the resort. It's kind of spread out on this side and on this side. Can't really see it behind these trees here, but it is kind of a big sprawling property. Like I said, it surrounds Town Center, so we'll see some of the Town Center buildings along the way. Just want to take a look at this sign here. You have Mr. Siegel saying, hey, thank you for visiting Westgate Resorts. David Siegel, President and CEO. I believe he's no longer CEO. I actually did a video about that. Put it right up here in the upper right. All right, so here we are kind of at the marketplace area. They do have drafts, sports bar, and grill. Hershey's ice cream. They serve, well, they proudly brew Starbucks coffee. There is also a game room. So we're gonna kind of just take a quick walk through here and take a quick look at what they have before we continue on and essentially look at what is the pools and maybe a few amenities around this resort. So coming back outside here, they do have a fire pit out here. Looks like there's a kind of giant checker set over there. Place to get your picture taken here out in front of kind of the Hershey's ice cream. The Hershey's ice cream you actually have to order and pick up inside. They have a sign out here saying, hey, we're not serving at this window. So, you know, have to go inside there where all the people were. It's actually pretty busy in there most of the times I've been in there. And then here's the patio seating for drafts. So it's kind of the on-site, or one of the on-site restaurants. There's more of them kind of in the Town Center area. This here is Drafts Sports Bar and Grill. Just some more kind of seating areas out here and another fire pit. This is actually where you'll find the main entrance to Drafts. We did not eat there on this trip. A lot of the food and beverage options seem kind of pricey here, so we don't usually eat at the resort restaurants. And you also have Joe's Delicatessen, and there's a marketplace in here too. I did go in and walk around, so I'll kind of show you that here on the screen a little bit. But yeah, just kind of your standard resort marketplace. And they also have a red box. I did notice the red box here. Not sure how much you get to use because I didn't notice any DVD or Blu-ray players in our room, so not sure how you'd be able to play your red box if they don't provide those. Now maybe some of the villas have it, but hey, if you do, well, there's a red box out here where you can rent some movies. And now let's go across the street here. There's a fitness center on the other side. Yeah, so here is the fitness center. We'll just walk in here. Yeah, so in here you have a fitness center. Looks like they also have a yoga studio over here and just some kind of seating areas around here. So it's nice and cool in here. At least I can give them that. If you're looking for the fitness center, now you know where to find it. So let's now start making our way around the rest of this rather expansive property. So let's make our way back through the resort. I think this part of the resort, we're going to show you probably at least maybe 8 pools or more. So let's head into this pool and we'll take a look. Kind of like not too bad of a pool area. It's on a little on the small side. You have a little kids pool here, but I do notice that this pool has a Westgate Resort logo down on the bottom of it. They also have what looks to be an ice cream vending machine, kind of like those Dippin' Dots. Those are called mini melts, and plenty of lounge chairs around it. But this pool is also home to Joe's Pool Bar. So really, I think one of the only pools here at Westgate Vacation Villas that actually has its own pool bar. Yeah, lots of seating. They do have a hot tub over there on the far side. Yeah, here's the pool bar. So if you're wanting some beverages around the pool, well, this is where you'd come. So now that we've seen this pool here, let's see if we can head out over on this side. That looks like it would be a negative because, well, they have a couple of locks on there and it doesn't open. So it looks like we're gonna have to go back out over this way from where we came in. Okay, so coming out of that pool area where they have Joe's Pool Bar, starting to get a look at some of these two-story buildings here. Now, something that this really reminds me of is Sheraton Vistana Resort. They have mostly, well, pretty much almost all 2- and 3-story buildings, except for a couple of phases. If you're interested in learning more about Sheraton Vistana Resort, another wonderful property, well, I'll put a link to it up here in the upper right, a playlist. It's actually 2 separate videos. They have a north side and a south side. Now let's continue around the resort. We're going to check out all of the pools and some of the other amenities. So look at that. We're coming up on another pool here. We're going to see if we can find our way into here to take a look at this. Yeah, so coming into this pool area, this one's actually not too bad of a size. Plenty of seating again. It's actually kind of a little bit on the older style where it has that bit of a lip there to get up and into the pool. This one does have a set of stairs over there. You do have a hot tub over here, and then there's a small kids pool over there. So that's just one of the other pools. Let's continue making our way around the resort. Okay, making our way out of that pool area. Well, here we have what looks like a gas grill. It's kind of leaning a little bit. And then over here we have some shuffleboard courts. I don't think they get a lot of use. No equipment around here that I've seen, and well, they have some kind of grass and weeds growing up through them. Kind of the one thing I've noticed about kind of the outside amenities like this. They have a tennis court, they have kind of a soccer area. They look kind of dilapidated, not very well maintained. This could use some fresh paint, some new lines. Put the equipment out here, people might actually play it, but you know, it is what it is. I do see a set of tennis courts over there, so we'll find our way to those and check those out. So here we are, looks like a tennis court here. They do have some rules, only open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Seems rather strange, short hours on that, but yeah, do have a tennis court area here. They have some nets. It's even painted, I believe that's for pickleball, so maybe if you're a person who enjoys pickleball, well, you can play that here too. Looks like it has been recently painted, but there's a lot of kind of deep cracks in the asphalt and the surface, so could use a little bit better maintenance is the one thing I've noticed. So let's head out this side. Come in back behind me. We'll head out down here. A few more pools to take a look at, and let's continue on. As we go around here, they do have a number of families of geese, which are running my way probably because they think I have food, so I'm not gonna mess with that. I saw a family feeding them earlier, and they were getting followed around too. But yeah, some of these buildings kind of surround small ponds or small lakes. This one doesn't look like it has much water in it, pretty dry, but this is a massive property. So we'll continue on throughout. I do see a children's playground over there, so let's go take a look at that. Yeah, so coming up on the kids' playground, there is a half basketball court down there. So if you have teens, kids, maybe even adults who want to play basketball, well, you can do that. Yeah, here's a children's playground. Kids might enjoy that. It says it closes at dusk. Okay, so we're continuing on here. Noticing these building numbers, these ones are like VVC, VVB. I may have misspoke at the beginning of the video when I kind of talked about the numberings or letterings of the buildings. But again, over here, like you can see, not many cars in the parking lot. So yeah, over here, looks like they may have had a couple other buildings that they were planning that they never completed or never finished or never built. So that's kind of interesting. That's near buildings RR and QQ. So let's head back over this way because I think there might be a pool area back here. You really got to look at the maps to see where the pools are because they're all pretty much hidden behind the different buildings. Yep, so there is a pool. We're gonna head in here and check it out. Okay, so now we'll take a look at this one. It's kind of getting to be, you've seen one, you've seen them all, right? Yes, this one actually here, one of the nicer and a little bit larger pool areas at Westgate Vacation Villas. Kind of more of a free-form pool where some of them are just kind of square. Yeah, plenty of seating around. This one here has a number of different chairs and tables with umbrellas. So restrooms, vending, life jackets up the other way. Looks like they have a hot tub and a kids pool as well. So because we have more to see, we're gonna keep going. Okay, I think we're coming up on another pool area here. This one's near building FF. And I'm pretty sure there's a pool in here, so we're gonna go and check this one out. And this pool does have a sand or beach volleyball net set up, so if you want to enjoy some beach volleyball, well, you can come here and do it. Yeah, here's the pool area, so we're going to head inside and take a look. Now we're taking a look at the one here near the Z building. Pretty good size pool area here. There's a kids pool right here in front of me. Actually, it kind of looks like a Mickey shape. You have the head here and the 2 ears. I'm sure that's not intentional. Hot tub spa over there, and again, plenty of seating around the pool areas. So one good thing, they do have lots of seats. And as busy as these pool areas have been, I've noticed during the day, there's still usually plenty of seats available. So now we'll head out here because, well, there's still more to see. Okay, there's actually another pool back in here that, to be honest with you, I actually missed on my first walk around the property, and had to come back out here and make sure I got some video of it for you. But yeah, we have a pretty good sized pool area over here. I'm not actually going to go inside there, but you can see big square pool. Again, loungers, kiddie pool, and a spa up there too. Okay, so I've made my way back out here to kind of the main roadway that goes up through the resort here. Across here, you have Town Hall, which is actually part of Westgate Town Center. But just so you know, when you're checking in for Westgate Vacation Villas, well, that's where you'll go to check in as well. You do have the big I Love Westgate sign if you want to get your picture taken by that. And then, well, there goes one of the shuttles. If you're looking to get around the resort, well, they do have what they call train stops along the way. They're not actually trains. They are those kind of shuttle vans or shuttle buses that can basically pick you up and take you around the property. So if you're looking for one of those stops, well, just take a look at the resort map. It will show you where they're all located. We have one more pool to take a look at over here before we head kind of back across the street. There's a number of buildings over on the other side, kind of in the back corner there, that are part of Westgate Vacation Villas. But I want to show you a couple things here. They have kind of a butterfly house here. Went in there and looked around. I didn't really see too many butterflies, but that's what they claim that is. Actually says Butterfly Garden. They have a tennis court that is currently closed. It looks like they're doing some renovations on this. So maybe it'll be opening up again here soon. Not really sure what kind of renovations they're doing. They kind of have some holes here. Maybe they're going to be putting in pickleball nets, maybe. I'm not too sure. It looks like it's painted for pickleball, but not too sure exactly what they're doing there. Now we're going to continue around here because there's something kind of interesting that I found here. They have an ice rink. Now it's not a real ice rink. I asked the guy what it's made out of. He says it's kind of that material that they use for those kind of resin or plastic cutting boards. They essentially put it up on top of the one of the tennis courts. They do have some prices back there where it tells you how much it is. You can scan a QR code up here and purchase essentially what is 20 minutes on the artificial ice. Okay, so we're now over here kind of near buildings G, H, and I, as well as ZZ, because back in here, like all the other pools, is kind of hidden another pool area. So let's walk back this kind of walking path and take a look. Hey, there's a picnic table out here in the grass. Yeah, here's a pool. This one's really quiet. There's nobody here at the moment. You have a hot tub here. You have a small kids pool. Again, those colorful lounge chairs. They do have some vending over here. And then here, looks like a pretty good sized pool here in this area. So again, from 3 feet to 5 feet, really nice pool area here on this side of the property. So now we're going to head out here. We're going to make our way back towards that far back corner that I was showing you we still needed to see, but there's one thing I'm going to show you just along the way. Okay, so as I make my way kind of over to the opposite corner of the resort, just stopping along the way here, we're kind of right across from buildings K and J, and well, this is where you'll see set of gas grills. I originally kind of didn't think these were working. I mentioned earlier in the video I couldn't get one to work, but apparently they do because, well, they're cleaning them at the moment. And then here we have another set of shuffleboard courts. Again, like I said, these are in really rough shape. These ones have all kinds of pine needles all over them. And then just down here, well, there is kind of a small soccer field. So if you bring a soccer ball, maybe you can probably go and borrow one from somewhere. Well, then you can come out here and play some soccer. So now we've seen this little area here. We got to make our way up through here over to the far side of Westgate Town Center to see the last couple pools. All right, now I've made my way back here kind of to the buildings that are right next to Westgate Westgate Town Center. This over here is Westgate Town Center. There's actually a pool for Westgate Town Center here. Also where you'll find Shipwreck Island Water Park. So if you want to be close to that and close to Town Center, well, these will be the buildings you probably want to request to potentially stay in. So I do know there are 2 small pools over here, so we're going to go on a quest and find them. Yeah, so here is one of the 2 pool areas that's over here. I'm not going to go into this one, but just gives you an idea of what the pool areas are like here, just because they all kind of look very similar or the same style loungers, and you know, just kind of your standard swimming pool. So one more to see here, and then I think we can call it quits. Hey, there's a squirrel. And another sand volleyball. Hopefully, if it rains too much, it doesn't fill with water. It's kind of really down deep in a hole right beside that pool we just looked at. Yeah, we'll make our way around and through here to find that other pool area. I think it's just over here. Okay, so we're coming up here now on buildings ZZZ, or for you Brits and Canadians, it's ZZZ and YYY. I think there might be a pool back here. Looks like there might also be tennis court or pickleball, so let's take a quick look at that too. Yeah, so another single tennis court here, and there is pickleball there as well. Then there's another pool in here. We'll just take a quick walk around. Let's go in and take a look at the final one, I promise. Yes, another decent sized pool area here. Hot tub or spa right in front of me. Yeah, you can see here, this is a good sized pool area. Again, lots of chairs, life jackets, restrooms, vending over there on the other side in that building. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good size. You have steps down into the pool just down here at the end. So yeah, that is this pool area. And then we actually have another feature, sand volleyball, kind of down in the hole. Not sure why they didn't really fill that in, but anyway, that there is the last pool area that we have to see. All right, so I think that's it. The quick, maybe not so quick, resort tour here of Westgate Vacation Villas in Kissimmee, Florida. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps to get these videos out to more people looking to come here to Westgate Vacation Villas. And if you want to see another video about, well, Westgate Town Center, well, it's that resort tour I promised you earlier. So check that out here, coming up next. Thanks for watching, and remember, until next time, the best destination is always a timeshare.